This is the 4-box practice, and you're going to want to have your 4-flap foldable out while we go through this. And these are in order. You do this one, then this one, then the third and fourth, sort of in that order. Our first example is carbon 13. We know that the atomic number of carbon is 6. That means it has 6 protons. Our foldable also tells us that the protons and electrons are equal because this atom is neutral. And in order to get the neutrons, we take the mass number, which is 13, the number after the dash, subtract the protons. 13 minus 6, we have 7 neutrons. This same example in isotopic notation, we put the symbol in this big space. Carbon, of course, is C. We put the mass number in the upper left corner, and that's the number after the dash. And the atomic number, the number of protons, goes to the lower left. When we draw our Bohr model, we draw our number of protons in the middle with a plus to represent their charge. And carbon is in the second row of the periodic table, so I know it needs 2 rings of electrons. And then we follow our rule for adding electrons, 2 in the first ring, up to 8 in the second, but we're going to stop at 4 because that gives us our 6 total electrons. The energy levels, we have 2 rings, so 2 energy levels. We've got 4 electrons in the outer ring, so that means 4 valence. And then we just need to look on the periodic table, find carbon, find another element in the same column. And I usually just use the one that's right below it, so I'm going to use Si. We have another example before you go work on your own. We have sodium 23 right here. And we need to find sodium on the periodic table. That requires us to know that sodium is Na. And the periodic table tells us there are 11 protons, which also means there are 11 electrons to make them neutral. Neutrons, we need to take our mass number, 23, subtract our atomic number, 11, and that gives us 12 neutrons for this example of sodium. Isotopic notation. We got our symbol. It goes in this spot. Upper left-hand corner is our mass number. So we'll put 13 right there. And atomic number is our protons. So we'll put 11 to the lower left. When we draw our Bohr model, sodium is the first element in the third row of the periodic table. So I'm going to put my protons here, and I know that I'm going to need 3 rings. We'll do our 2 in the first. We can go up to 8 in the second, and we need all 8 of those because that puts our total electrons at 10. Remember that we needed 11, so we've got 1 more in this outer ring. For our energy levels, we have 3 rings, so 3 energy levels. We only have this 1 in the outer shell, so we have 1 valence. And then somehow I lost my third thing. Another element with same valence. And remember, you just want to find Na on the periodic table. I could go above or below it, so I could pick Li as another one with the same number of valence electrons.